She walked into New York's elite circles like she'd been born to them, dripping in designer clothes, tossing around $100 tips like they were pennies, and making herself the center of every room she entered. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like, and share this video. No one knew exactly where Anna Delvey came from, but everyone assumed she was someone. German royalty, maybe? An heiress with money so deep it didn't need explanation. And Anna never bothered to correct them. Why would she? The mystery only made her shine brighter. But behind the Gucci glasses and the flawless accent was a truth that would shatter the illusion. Anna Delvey had no money, no inheritance, not even a real identity. Anna didn't just fool strangers. She manipulated some of the wealthiest, most influential people in New York City: artists, CEOs, influencers, hotel owners, even bankers. They didn't just believe she was rich, they believed she was untouchable. And while Anna floated from hotel to hotel, attending A-list dinners and jetting off to luxury resorts, the bill was quietly being passed to the people she called friends. When Anna moved into the stylish boutique hotel at 11 Howard in Soho, she didn't just act like she belonged, she owned the place in spirit. The staff, guests, and even the management treated her like royalty. There was no credit card on file, but no one dared to question her. She handed out tips like a rock star and formed a fast friendship with the concierge, a young woman named Neff. Every morning, Anna would stroll to the front desk with a crisp $100 bill for Neff. The two began spending time together outside of the hotel, going to restaurants and clubs, living a life that seemed straight out of a celebrity tabloid. Anna always paid in cash, always crisp bills, always hundreds. Her accent was refined, her wardrobe high-end, and her stories convincing. She claimed to be starting a foundation in elite art and social club called the Anna Delvey Foundation. She spoke about it constantly. Her plans, her investors, her vision. She even hired a branding consultant from London to help bring it to life. People believed her. Why wouldn't they? She was Anna Delvey. She wasn't just bluffing the hotel staff. She was charming her way into elite society. Dinners at high-end restaurants, meetings with fashion influencers, friendships with celebrities. One evening, Neff found herself at a dinner table next to none other than Macaulay Culkin. Another day, Anna was flying on a private jet to a party in Berlin. Everyone wanted to know her, and no one dared to dig too deep. But there were cracks, subtle ones at first. Anna took a trip to Italy with a wealthy art collector named Michael. She asked him to put the travel expenses on his credit card, promising to pay him back. Odd? Yes. But to someone like Michael, who dealt with the ultra-rich all the time, it didn't raise alarms. Not yet. But when she didn't pay him back and then ghosted, he started wondering. Then came her birthday party, a lavish affair organized by a PR firm. Once the party was over, the firm reached out to Michael, not Anna, for her contact information. They hadn't been paid. That's when the facade began to crumble. Everyone had a different story about Anna's background. One friend claimed her father was a Russian diplomat. Another was told her wealth came from the German antique business. Yet another believed her family was tied to oil money. But the truth was darker and far less glamorous. Anna Delvey wasn't a German heiress. She wasn't even Anna Delvey. Her real name was Anna Sorokin, the daughter of working-class Russian immigrants. And her fortune? It didn't exist. Still, she pushed forward with her dream. She wanted to lease a massive building on Park Avenue South to house her foundation. She applied for multi-million-dollar loans, providing fake documents and false bank statements. She claimed her assets were tied up in a European trust fund. Some banks almost believed her. She got frighteningly close. Meanwhile, she continued her karate dining with the infamous pharma bro Martin Shkreli, staying at luxury hotels without paying and surrounding herself with people who could help her climb. She learned tricks from the best manipulators in New York, and she used those tricks ruthlessly. But eventually, her lavish lifestyle caught up to her. One night, while out to dinner with Neff, she tried to pay with a stack of credit cards. Every single one was declined. It was the beginning of the end. Back at the 11 Howard Hotel, staff began questioning why Anna had no card on file. She owed 30, and had still made no payment. Management grew impatient. They locked her out of her room. A wire transfer finally arrived, but the damage had been done. Suspicion had taken root. Soon after, Anna jetted off to Morocco with her personal trainer and her new friend, Rachel Williams. But her cards kept getting declined, and Rachel, who worked for Vanity Fair, was stuck covering over 60 in expenses. That single trip cost Rachel more than her entire annual salary. Back in New York, the dominoes started to fall. Anna moved from hotel to hotel, each time failing to pay her bills, each time promising that money was on the way. She even overstayed her welcome with her personal trainer, leaving her laptop behind in a weak attempt to have a reason to return. But no one wanted her back, not hotels, not friends, not even her lawyer. She had scammed everyone close to her, and now she had nowhere left to go. An intervention was staged. People she had conned gathered to confront her. She cried. She apologized. She promised to pay everyone back. But by then, it was too late. Her dream venue had already been leased to someone else. When told the news, she simply waved it off as fake news. Rachel Williams eventually contacted the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. She told them everything. Anna was arrested soon after, briefly released, and then rearrested in California. The truth came out. Anna wasn't rich. She wasn't royalty. She was a con artist and one who had almost gotten away with it. When the truth was revealed, it sent shockwaves through every social circle she'd once infiltrated. The glamorous jet-setting heiress was actually a broke Russian woman with no trust fund, no wealthy father, no castle in Germany. Her real name, Anna Sorokin. Her real background, completely ordinary. Anna faced multiple counts of grand larceny, theft of services, and financial fraud. The prosecution had a laundry list of charges. She had defrauded banks, luxury hotels, restaurants, private jet companies, and even her closest friends. The estimated amount? Around $275. Zero. All built on lies, fake wire transfers, phony financial statements, and sheer audacity. When offered a plea deal 3 to 9 years, Anna refused. She was confident, delusional, maybe. But she wanted her trial. She wanted the spotlight. The courtroom became her runway. Each day she arrived dressed in designer outfits, carefully chosen with the help of a stylist. She treated the proceedings less like a trial and more like an extension of her brand. People followed the case like it was a Netflix drama-ironically. One was already in development. Headlines buzzed with every court appearance. Her unapologetic attitude, her defiance, her refusal to admit guilt only added to the mystique. To some, she was a con artist. To others, a misunderstood genius. And to many, she was simply fascinating. The judge, however, was not impressed. He called out her complete lack of remorse and emphasized that Anna had committed serious crime. In 2019, she was convicted on 8 counts, including grand larceny and theft of services. She was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison and fined $24,000. She was also ordered to pay nearly $200,000 in restitution. And where did she end up? Rikers Island. But even in jail, Anna Sorokin was Anna Delvey. She called Rikers a sociological experiment. She claimed to be thriving befriending inmates, studying people like characters in a novel. Her lawyer called her a unicorn in the prison system. And somehow, even behind bars, her fame continued to grow. Through contacts on the outside, Anna began posting on Instagram. Her followers, many of whom admired her confidence and style-watched, as she maintained her persona from behind the walls of one of the country's toughest jails. The woman who conned New York's elite was now influencing the internet. Meanwhile, Shonda Rhimes' production company was developing Inventing Anna for Netflix, based on her story. Rachel Williams, the friend who'd covered Anna's Moroccan vacation, wrote a book detailing her own betrayal. Media outlets debated the ethics of glamorizing a criminal. But Anna? She reveled in the attention. Once released from prison in 2021 for good behavior, Anna didn't disappear quietly. She was taken into custody again, this time by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. She had overstayed her visa. After spending months in ICE detention, she was eventually released to house arrest, awaiting deportation to Germany. Still, Anna continued to cultivate her brand. She sold artwork portraits of herself in court, sketched in pencil, and launched a podcast. She held interviews from house arrest, telling journalists she didn't regret her choices. She even hinted at new business ventures. For Anna, the game never really ended. She just changed boards. What made Anna Sorokin, a.k.a. Anna Delvey, so captivating wasn't just her crime sit, was her confidence. She didn't sneak around in shadows. She lied in broad daylight, convinced the world to believe her, and walked through doors most people spend a lifetime trying to unlock. She didn't just fake her identity, she performed it. And she did it with such style, such unshakable belief in herself, that even when the mask was ripped off, people still talked about her with awe. There's a reason the world couldn't look away. Anna wasn't just a con artist, she was a mirror. She reflected everything society values: wealth, fame, exclusivity, confidence, and above-all image. In a world obsessed with appearances, Anna knew exactly what to show, what to say, and how to make people believe. Was she a criminal? Absolutely. But she was also a product of the very system she manipulated. She exposed how easily people could be fooled if you dressed the part, spoke the language, and hung out in the right places. She didn't just steal money, she stole trust, status, and credibility. And she nearly got away with it. Today, Anna remains in legal limbo technically, still facing deportation, still under supervision, still somehow finding ways to be relevant. Her story lives on not just in court documents and bank statements, but in television, books, interviews, and social media feeds. The woman who pretended to be rich became richer in fame than many of the people she conned. And while she may never build the Anna Delvey Foundation, she's already built something else, a legend. So, the next time someone walks into your life, dressed in designer from head to toe, speaking with an accent you can't quite place, and promising you connections, influence, or opportunity, just remember the name Anna Delvey. And remember that sometimes the most dangerous person in the room isn't the one holding a weapon, it's the one holding a glass of champagne and a lie.